Shalom Israel, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, and Hawashai, Bahashem, and Kakodash. I also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. And as always, peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. Just a quick epistle on faith, man. And we'll start at Hebrews 11th chapter and verse 1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, right? The evidence of things not seen. And what are we hoping for as the Lord's hopeful elect? Well, first and foremost, we're hoping, all right, to be of that hopeful elect, to be chosen for salvation, to be chosen for protection, all right? And of course, we pray that that manifests into new bodies in an everlasting kingdom, man. All right, so obviously these are things that are not seen, even prophecy. All right, World War III, the MOTB, they haven't made that stuff mandatory yet to take that MOTB. So this is something not seen, but that is where our faith comes into play. We have to have faith in Yahweh Bahashem and Hawashai, that the Lord didn't leave us clueless, man. All right. And we believe in the MOTB. We believe in World War III and these events preceding the second coming of Malachi Hawashai, man. So that's what it's all about. All right. The Great Tribulation. All right. It isn't all crazy as it's going to get during Jacob's trouble right now, man. But you got to have faith that the Lord is not a man that he shall lie, and that these things are going to come to pass, man. All right, let's go to Matthew 24th chapter and verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. All right, and yes, exactly what I'm talking about through the Spirit, man. The days of Noah, they didn't think it was about to rain, period, let alone rain for 40 days, man, enough to flood the whole entire earth, man. So those people that Noah was prophesying to didn't take heed, didn't take him seriously, scoffed and mocked at Noah, actually, didn't take him seriously at all. And guess what, man? All right, the Lord kept his word, and he brought those waters upon the earth, and most people didn't make it, man. All right. Same people that saw Noah, that heard him, man. All right, they were caught up in that, whether it was man, woman, or child, man. It was all of those individuals, old women, old men, floating around in that water, man, when it was all said and done, man. This is what we're warning our people of, man. There's a more trouble ahead, man. All right, Jacob's trouble, World War III, the MOTBs, these woes, man, this destruction that's coming upon this earth, man. And the majority of our people, 2/3, all right, they're not taking heed. They're not listening, man. All right, because they don't have any faith, man. They don't have any faith in Yahweh Shai, which means they don't have any faith in his prophecies, man. So they're not prepared. They're not watching, all right, for these events. They're naive. They're in a very naive spirit, man. But again, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Verse 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered the ark. So they were doing this, man, this type of behavior until that very day, man, that the Lord told Noah to go ahead and go up in that ark, man. All right. And in verse 39, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall the coming of the Son of Man be, man. All right, in relation to the Lord coming as a thief in the night, man. Not only his second coming, but the events preceding his second coming is going to come as a thief in the night to these people, man. These 2/3 of the nation of Israel and the rest of these people who don't believe in the words of the Lord through the mouth of the prophets, man. All right. But as the days that were before the flood, people were eating, drinking, marrying, and giving in marriage. And that's the same thing that's happening now, man. All right. Whether you look at it the way the Lord intended marriage to be, what it really is, or if you want to look at it like this Babylonian system of signing and paperwork and having these ceremonies. Same thing, doesn't matter. People are in the folly, not thinking the world is ending spirit, man. All right. People are doing these things, taking their vacation trips, man, spending time with their families and such, man. All right, partying, watching sports games, etc., etc. It's all in relation to folly and not being prepared. So the spirit that was on those people is the same spirit that's on the people now, man. Of not watching, not taking this seriously. All right. Just because the MOTB isn't being implemented on a mass scale right now, people don't think that it's real, that it's actually going to happen. They see the MOTB technology, they see the digital currency, but as far as like prophecy goes, the fact that they're going to make everybody take their device, and without that device, you're not going to be able to buy or sell. That seems a little far-fetched for 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man. Whether they know they're Israelites or not, man, they're not taking heed to the words of the prophets, man. They're denying, what we're saying in relation to that mark of the beast. And guess what? It's going to come as a thief in the night, man. All right. It's going to catch them off guard because they weren't watching, they weren't prepared, and they didn't have faith in the Lord, man. All right. So they don't honor Yahweh Shema Shah, which means if they don't honor Yahweh Shema Shah, they don't honor the prophet. So they're not listening to anybody when it comes to this truth, man. All right. And it's gonna cost them greatly, okay? But Matthew 26 chapter in verse 41, it reads, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak, and we do know we're susceptible to the transgression of the flesh, man. All right, and that's why we have to fight spiritually, praying, fasting, calling upon the Lord's name, doing things that's pleasing to Yahweh by Shema Shai is how we strengthen our faith, man. But the point being is watching. All right, we got to be watching these events, man, watching how the enemy is getting down, man, so that we know what's going on and that we can see, you know what, this has to be the right way to go, man. This has to be what's coming down the pipeline in relation to that mark of the beast. When we see the currency going digital, you got to know what's coming next, man. What's so conspiracy theorists about that? All right, the fact that they're going digital with the currency, man. It's not a conspiracy theorist. It's a harsh reality, man. All right, and if you're not grounded in spiritual reality, when you hear these things, man, when you hear these draconian measures and laws that they're making, hell, again, you're not going to be prepared, man. You're going to be still in that stupor that is Babylon the Great, that stupor that is the Constitution, man. And that's all you're going to be saying, like the majority of the people say now. If Esau Edom decided they're going to take away weapons, out of people's houses, all people are going to be screaming is Constitution, rights, amendments, and things like that, man. And that's why we've done these epistles and tried to teach our people about the enemy. Hey, we're not to be ignorant of Satan's devices, man. All right. The enemy's just going to seek to change times and laws. I did a video on that on the other day, concerning the draft, man. All right. They're just going to change the laws. The hell with that so-called constitution, man. They're going to just change it anyway, man. So that's why we're to serve and fear Yahweh Shem Shah rather than man, all right? But again, watching and praying is what we're supposed to be doing, that ye enter not into temptation. And we got a big temptation coming, which is going to be that mark of the beast, man. All right. And we got to be grounded in, again, spiritual reality, with that faith, in order not to take that mark of the beast, because it's going to be enticing, man. It's going to be tempting, especially in relation to just eating and and surviving, man. All right. Let alone a little bit of extra that they might come with, the trickery, that whole universal income that they'll come with in order to sway the masses. We got to have faith in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, that we can leave this behind, and that the Lord is going to be dealing with us on that level, giving us those provisions, man. All right, food, clothing, shelter, direction, discernment. We're going to need all these things, man, during Jacob's trouble. All right, let's go to Revelation 3 and 10. All right, because thou hast kept, in relation to what we just read concerning not entering into that temptation, watching and praying. All right, Revelation 3:10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. All right, that period of time. All right, which shall come upon all the world to what? Try them that dwell upon the earth, man. All right, so this is it. This is why we have to be watching and praying not to enter into this hour of temptation, man, that the Lord will be with us and that we're strong enough to enter into this hour of temptation and not fall short or fall victim or fall weak, man, to the trickeries of the devil, man, all right, of the enemy. Esau Edom in that mark of the beast, and without that device, that MOTB, you're not going to be able to survive, man. This is the hour of temptation that the Lord is going to bring upon the entire world, all right, to try them, all right. And Lord willing, we're going to be, as you know, gold is tried in that fire or that furnace of adversity, man, because that's all that's coming down the pipeline for us is adversity, adversity, adversity. And Lord willing, we pass with flying colors, man. All right, because things are just getting worse, man. All right, especially with that whole the rumors of the draft. That, you know, that's a great thing that happened for the Lord's prophets, man. We love to hear things like that. It motivates us, man. And of course, you know, as soon as this information comes out, you always see social media go crazy with it, man. And then it's you know, individual after individual that gets on social media, you know, talking about, you know, the events of the world, man, and they're not happy. They're still in that buck up spirit, still in that, oh, I'm ain't no way I'm going spirit. Well, we'll see. Again, the enemy's just gonna seek to change times and laws, man. All right. So again, you're in that Babylonian stupor, all right, drunken with the wine of that is Babylon the Great, man, and thinking that thing it's all sweet, thinking that it's all peace and safety, when in fact, man, hey, the entire earth, it needs new management, man. All right, because it's nothing but chaos, destruction, death, mayhem on a daily basis taking place throughout on different locations here on the earth, man. And the people are just actually sick of it. All right, now the majority of the people may not realize it, but trust me, us that have the, you know, this eyesight, all right, or eye salve to see, you know, what's going on. We know that the people are sick and tired of this wicked man being in rulership. Hey, when the wicked people are ruling, the people mourn. All right, and that's exactly what's going on. And we're gonna hear more and more mourning, all right, coming from, you know, the people concerning this wicked man and his wickedness. And what's that's gonna cause, man? Eventually that's gonna cause a great insurrection, man, sedition among men, and they're not gonna regard their kings nor princes, man, spoken of in the book of Esdras. All right, these coming prophecies, these coming calamities, this coming conflict, all right, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. These are all events preceding the Lord's second coming, man. But again, it's all about faith. So we'll go back to the book of Hebrews, right? The 11th chapter, and we'll start at verse 7. Well, we started at verse 1. All right. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And then verse 7, we'll go with Noah, right? By faith, Noah, being warned of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua of things not seen as yet. And that's exactly what the prophets are experiencing. All right. Things haven't happened yet. The Lord has put a certain spirit upon certain men to be able to see and hear, you know, coming event, i.e. prophecy. Moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by he the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. All right, so we gotta remember that, because that's, you know, the times that we're coming into, as in the days of Noah. All right, our people are having a certain type of behavior, and we're not. So we're liking unto Noah, building a ark right now. Our ark this time is spiritual. All right, we're building this spiritual ark, through faith and obedience, doing what the Lord required of us, which is, warning the people, feeding the sheep, all right, teaching the flock, and letting the other heathen nations know who they are and what their fate is as well, man. We're doing all these things, man, in hopes that, this spiritual art that we're building is going to manifest into a, physical deliverance, man, via the chariots of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, man. All right. And but the whole point of it is being by faith. The fact that Noah, hadn't seen these things before. That's what it's all about. That's why we read that in the first verse, that it's the evidence of things not seen, man. All right, the people haven't seen, rain before. All right, Noah, you know, never built the ark, like that before. Right, in verse 8, by faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for inheritance, obeyed, and he went out not knowing whither he went. Hey, take up your things and go into a land which I shall show you, paraphrasing, but that's what the Lord told Abraham. All right. Same thing he told many of our brothers, man, to leave this place and go to another one. And these are all places that these brothers were not familiar with, man. That's the same thing in relation to what we're going into, man. We're not going to know where to go, on how to navigate, but that's where that faith of those things not seen comes into play. Don't lean to our own understanding, man. We don't understand how the Lord, gets down, how he operates. We do see, though, that he does deal with, certain, certain of his children, if they are, doing the right thing. And we do see that he's going to protect them. All right. And that he has. So that's all we need to know, is that the Lord can and will be with the hopeful elect, man. All right. But how he's going to do it, we really don't know. But that's what faith is for. We don't know how the Lord is going to feed us during Jacob's trouble. Are we going to find the stash that these people have stashed away? Are animals going to bring us food? Are the Lord just going to bring? Are we going to have to hunt? Are we going to have to put an animal to death out there and eat and skin them alive? We have no idea. Is the Lord just going to, make, water come out of, different objects in relation to being thirsty? We don't know that right now, but this is why we do things to make our calling and election sure. We see that, we didn't have this truth. Weren't able to break down the Bible at one point in time, and now we're at a point where we can. So that strengthens our faith. It shows us that, maybe the Lord is dealing with us, so that when we get ready to go into Jacob's trouble, we'll remember this, and through our spirit, and we'll remember, oh, if we can get through this and we're able to, learn prophecy and teach prophecy, surely the Lord, hopefully is dealing with us when it comes to, needing the Lord in relation to being delivered, man, and protected from the enemy, man, bullets and drones, etc., man. All these things are, we're up against during Jacob's trouble. It's going to be very, very bad. We're prophesying that. And again, these are things not seen right now, it being very bad. If you are watching, you should see that it's very bad. But if you are in a folly spirit, it's no way that you're going to be able to completely hearken to the words of the Lord concerning how bad Jacob's trouble is going to be, man. When you're just getting up, going to work, coming home, being with your family. Come on, man. All right. We're prophesying that this is going to be a time like the earth has never seen before, man. So it's going to be bad out here. That's why we got to be prepared. Hey, we got the spirit of preparation upon us, man. All right, we're preparing spiritually first and foremost, man. And again, that spiritual preparation is going to manifest into the physical. But right now, we're rehearsing the righteous acts, man. We're getting that rapport with Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, in hopes that he'll be with us, man, during Jacob's trouble, man. All right. Let me see. Go to verse 4. But by faith Abel offered unto Yahweh a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous, Yahweh testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaketh, man. So we remember all these things. These are all examples of faith. By faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found, because Yahweh had translated him. For before his translating, he had this testimony that he pleased Yahweh, all through faith, man, all through faith. And of course, if you don't know, faith produces obedience, man. It isn't enough just to believe in Yahweh, Bahashim, and Hawashai. There's going to be things that's required, at your hands, man, of labor, whether you're male, female, or child. There's all hands on deck. If you're a child, then you're to be listening to your parents of Yahweh Bahashim, Hawashai. If you're a woman, of course, you're to fall into subjection under a man of the Lord. That doesn't mean that you let a man, in wickedness just run all over you, because the Lord instructed us how to deal with our families. We're not supposed to be lions, in our homes. So that's something that man will have to work on if you don't know how to deal with a woman. All right. We're not running over each other. Here in this captivity. And if you're a man, of course, man, hey, you're doing the work of Yahweh Shema Shah. You're feeding the sheep, man. That's how you show the Lord that you love him, man. Feeding the sheep and keeping the commandments, of course, to the best of your ability. But we all got things that we actually have to do that involves faith first and foremost. But faith leads to obedience, man. All right, there's things that we just have to do, man. All right, you got to be a helpmeet unto the servant, the prophets, for you women and you men, man. Y'all ought to be rehearsing the righteous acts, man. Teaching, feeding the sheep, man. That's what it's about. Feeding the sheep and keeping the commandments for you men. All right. In hopes, man, that we do these things and the Lord is going to remember, our righteous works, man. All right. Because faith without works is dead, contrary to popular belief, man. But we're almost out of here. We see the signs of the times, and we're going to need faith, man. True faith to get through what we're getting ready to go through. First and foremost, I say that for myself, man. All right, gotta continue to pray for faith, man. You pray to Yahweh Ba'Shem Shah that he strengthens your faith, man. If you find it lacking in anything, especially if you deep down know that you're serving the Lord, to the best of your ability. All right, you know that you're coming out of this world, on a consistent basis, man, putting off that old man more and more every day, serving the Lord, better every day, because we can never do enough for the Lord, of course. But I mean, there has to be something said about putting forth a decent effort, in relation to righteous versus wickedness, man. All right. Righteousness versus wickedness. So we just want to continue to serve Yahweh Shem and Hawashai, and put the Lord first in all things, and hope that he'll be with us during Jacob's trouble, during this time like the earth has never seen before, because it's going to get very, very rocky here very soon, man. Again, we're hearing all these wars and rumors of wars, hearing a draft or making it a requirement to register for a possible draft. That's signs of the times, man. That is a rumor of war right there, likening to. All right, so we got more and more rumors of wars popping up, and that's a beautiful thing, because guess what? That means we got that more sure word of prophecy. All right, things that we've spoken through the Spirit seem to be coming to pass. Everything everyone else is saying, it seems to be coming to naught. So, we just got to keep pushing, man, and finish. All right, and just finish with that faith, and doing the work strengthens your faith, man, because it shows you, oh man, you may be in the Spirit where you don't really necessarily feel like you're in the Spirit, and then you just cut the camera on and you see, whoa, how'd I get all those words coming out of me, man? How was I able to put up an epistle and it makes a kind of makes sense all right, through the Spirit? All right, it's all the Spirit of Yahweh Shema Hawashai, man. But in order for you to do that, it took faith and obedience, man. You had to sit down and attempt, man. All right, that's likened into obedience, man. All right, and believing that the Lord is going to be with you and able to do these things, man. All right, because we understand this is what's pleasing to the Lord. So it's important to the Lord, it's important to us, man, because we move with that fear. We don't want the Lord to bring judgment upon us, and make our lives harder than they already are. So we try to do things to make our calling and election sure, that obedience, man. All right, doing things required of us. All right, and Lord willing, Yahweh Shema shall be with us. So with that, I want to give all praise and honor, glory, and fear again to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Till next time, Shalom.